Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Protospiel Tested, where we play games that have been tested at any Protospiel convention now that they're at least kickstarted and published and in their online version. So this week we have Mattie Schraeder here with us, who is the designer of Heckin, Hounds. Before we get started playing and talking about the rules, Mattie, do you want to talk about kind of the impetus of this game and its journey to publication?
Yeah, so Heckin' Hounds is a game about walking bad dogs in the underworld for Hades. And it kind of started with the idea of wanting a game about losing. And not just about winning with a lower score, but about like what would it be like to try to lose a game in order to win it. And it kind of, I don't know if I succeeded at that, but it's pretty close.
Awesome.
That's exciting. I'm excellent at losing.
I think that you tested this at the very first Protospiel Online. Is that correct? In July of 2020?
Quite a few Protospiels it's been at, and it's made a lot of changes since the initial release, and now we kickstarted last summer, and it went really well. So it just launched on BGA and beta a couple weeks ago, which is really exciting.
Yeah, it is really. I knew that it was happening, but I didn't get like the notification that it was ready, and so I just on a whim was like, "Is that ready yet?" Yes, it is. Yay! We'll play it this week. Perfect. And it's a trick-taking game, kind of just there's different terminology in it. Rather than saying you're taking a trick, it's more like you're working a shift if you win the trick, right?
Yeah.
So your dog walking shift. And I also forgot to say who's playing with us. So we are joined this week by David Masnato, co-organizer, Amanda Fayak. Your name isn't written there, and I had to stop and think about it.
Oh, I got it. I could be just Amanda.
One of our moderators and regular players here, and Tanner, who is Tanner Simmons, who's come back many times to Protospiel Online, has lots of fun games he's also designed that we have gotten to play test. And maybe he will soon also be a guest. There is a game coming. We just don't have it in its online form yet from Tanner. So looking forward to it. Yes. It'll happen. We just have to be patient, right? So, all right. Well, and I also like to let people see what it's like to start games on these platforms. So I'm here on BGA with Heckin' Hounds loaded, and I'm going to say play this game. Let me pull this over here. And this will be interesting, too, because I haven't played it yet on BGA, and there's always, for better or worse, usually better, BGA steps you through everything. But you need to get used to sort of the rhythm of what it's like specifically to play it here. So let me see. I need to get my set of friends that are playing with me. Hopefully I can find you all quickly.
Kitty.
There, that's Amanda. And then there's Tanner. There you are. Right. Sweet. Okay, so I found my friends. I want to play with friends. Wait. Play now? With those friends selected, am I good? Does that seem right?
Okay. Do it.
Okay.
Oh, no.
And I think you all have to accept the invite now. Mm-hmm. And anything, so we have a table configuration to choose. I think we'll choose training so we don't have timers or anything, and we'll play a normal full game, right? Those are the only two things.
Yeah, there is a single round game, but I'd recommend the normal game. It's a little bit more interesting and in-depth.
Okay. Yeah, with the single round game, that's where no one is a shift leader. But if
Correct.
You play a normal game, everybody gets one turn as the shift leader. And as you'll see, like when you're the shift leader, you're overseeing things. You're the one giving the clues and stuff, because this is also a game where you can't see your own hand. Okay, everybody's ready? Yep. And I can say start. And then you're all saying, yes, you're ready too.
We have to agree to play the beta version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Which is specific for the moment. Okay, so it looks like David is the first shift leader. So now I just need to talk about the rules and let's get our bearings. Everybody sees what's going on. Yeah, and the people playing with me, since I'm streaming my screen, you shouldn't be looking at the restream or watching the Twitch. Look away or cover it up with your
I would never.
Your screen. Okay. I'm getting a little bit oriented too. Like it says your cards, but I can't see them.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on? Oh, right, because right.
You can't see your cards or the shift leader's cards.
Right. So you need to. It's not so you don't see my cards. It's so that you don't see your own when you're not supposed to. That you don't look at my screen. Right. It's the opposite of a normal game. A normal game. Mattie had to be confusing. So
like it.
So we have. I guess it's going to be instructive just to look at my screen, though, for the moment. We have these different, like, the anatomy of cards. So there's the different dogs, like Evil Molly, Death Paw, etc., are suits, and then they have a range of numbers on them. And I think that it's numbers that go up to the number one more than the number of people playing. So we have 4 people playing, so the highest number in this game is 5. But if 7 people, up to 7 people can play this game, and then the highest number would be 8. And then also the dogs have a rank like suits. Oops, I have trouble with my mouse lately. So like Death Paw is the strongest suit, Mops is the weakest, right? If you had like a Death Paw and Mops 3, Death Paw would win. You take the trick because you played Death Paw, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then when you're the shift leader, you're going to have tokens with these dogs and with the numbers that could be in the game. And you have to give hints to everybody else playing on what their cards are. So you can either, you have to give a total of 3 clues. And let me look at this reference here. So you either have to say the hound's name, and there have to be at least 2 cards that you put that token in front of. Or its badness value, or its like rank 1 through 5 for us. And so there would have to be 2 cards that have the same rank that you give the clue about, or both pieces of information about a single card. So any one of those 3, right, you can give. So you don't have to give, just to make sure I'm understanding this right, you don't have to give, like, if you give 2 Death Paw, then you're done? That would be all the clues you give? Or would you have to give a combo of 3 sets of those? Okay.
3 sets of clues.
Okay.
So you can say, like, these are both Death Paws, these are both Evil Mallies, and this is an Evil Mally 4.
Okay. Would
be 3 separate clues.
Or you could just straight up tell them 3 cards. Like, this is a Death Paw 2, this is an Evil Molly 1, whatever. Okay.
And you're kind of trying to be deceptive about what clues you give, because unlike similar games like Hanabi, for instance, you're not trying to be helpful. It's competitive, so you're trying to give the theoretically worst clues or most helpful to you as to what the other players have.
Like, yeah, trying to trick them into playing what you hope they play. If you could, that feels like you have to think a couple layers deep. Like people who are really good at trick taking maybe would be fascinated by that problem. Or I could imagine they would be. So, and you'll have, I'm assuming that David sees like a shift leader card right now, right?
I don't believe the shift leader card's in the board game arena setup. It's just it walks you through everything.
Right. Okay. So it's just saying, it's telling you at the top kind of what the shift leader card does in real life, which I guess I could show you real quick, everybody that's watching. Briefly, let me open up the rules here, and I'll show you where the shift leader card is and what the rules are like. Also, yeah, there's a really fun cover art of Hades in this game with green fiery hair. This is really taking a long time to load. What's the problem? There it is.
There it is.
Okay, yeah.
So that's Hades. She's amazing. Our artist did such amazing work, Lauren Brown.
And then all the dogs have also their bios here.
Yeah, they're all based on real life bad dogs.
Either dogs that
Amazing.
are historically significant or that you've known in your life, right?
Yep.
Okay. So normally when you play the game, you have this reference card that you're looking at to help you do all of the steps because you have a lot of duties as the shift leader. So we're also going to have a moment where we're going to bid on how many tricks we think we're going to take, and that is volunteering for shifts. And our goal is to never work more shifts than we volunteered for, but always to work all the shifts we promised, because we're going to go below 0 if we don't work shifts we promised to work. And hi Zoe, sorry I wasn't looking at the chat, but thanks for joining us. Yeah, you'll go below 0 if you don't work a shift that you promised to, and you'll definitely lose if you're below 0 at the end of the game. And I think that's probably enough to get started, right? I mean,
yeah,
other than just general, like, understanding trick taking, you know?
Yeah, on BGA, a couple things to note is on the right side is the scores. In the real life game, there's like a employee of the month chart that you move up and down. In this, the status is a check mark if you are alive and able to win.
Okay.
It will
like
turn
above 0. 0 or above.
0 or above.
Okay.
It'll be on fire, and you can mouse over it, and it'll tell you your status. Player is safe for now. If you drop below 0, you're in risk of being fired, and if you're in the positives, you're at risk of being promoted.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The green circle underneath your name is what your current score is, which everybody's at 0, and the black circle is the extra bad dog, how many of those you have walked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that'll be something that David chooses as the shift leader.
Yep.
Oh, actually, that's the first thing that you need to do. So based on, you can see all of our cards.
I could see all of your cards.
Including your own cards. And
yes.
There's also a... we don't see it yet, but there will be a dead hand, right?
There's a dead hand. The dead hand consists of 10 cards, 5 that are not in the game right now, and the 5 Mopses. Mopses is special in that Mops is the lowest dog, so you can trade with a dead hand to get a 50% chance, roughly, of getting a Mops.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So I think, and like the dead hand is part of the setup that the shift leader is going to do, so it'll probably come up in a moment. We don't see it yet. So I think we're ready for you to select the extra bad dog and get started with the round, and we'll kind of like learn as we play, because we can't see we can't see everything until we start playing.
Okay, then I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna choose the type of extra bad dog from the chart. And I must give a clue until everyone receives clue 3 times.
Yep. Usually I just go in order down the page.
Cool. And
but you don't necessarily have to, I guess.
Am I clicking stuff, or is this all
you
just
click on a card and it'll give you what you can clue about that card.
Oh, interesting. There's also some pretty loud feedback coming from somebody.
It happened and went away before too.
Up there it goes.
It went away.
Interesting.
Is it like the fan on your computer, Amanda?
Mm-mm.
No?
I haven't changed anything.
Oh, it just went away spontaneously. Interesting.
Cool.
Okay.
Maybe it'll go away again.
I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to do...
And here you can see on Heather's screen the clues that are being passed out.
Yeah, and it's giving like the play-by-play as BGA generally does
Let's
on
give
each thing that David's doing.
So I'm giving clues. Okay.
So, okay. So in a physical copy of this game, would it be played the same as Hanobi or one of those other games where you give clues and you like hold your entire hand like in
There
front
are
of your face
actual
backwards?
tokens.
There's a stand. There's going to be a card stand.
Yep.
And then you
Oh,
place
okay.
the tokens
Got
in
it.
front of the stand.
Cool.
There's a memory version where you just tell the things and you don't use the tokens, but who's going to play that?
You must choose
It's fun.
a
I've had
Sounds
people
like a
really
lot.
like it, so I put it in the rules. But
Yeah. Just people who are gluttons for punishment will play
yeah, that was the original game before we added the clue tokens, and I think the clue tokens improved it vastly. But
well, it's pretty easy to just not use them if that's what you prefer, right?
Yeah.
So you just gave people official permission to do that if that's what they like.
Okay, so Tanner is choosing a card to replace with Cerberus.
Okay. And I can choose
So,
a card
Cerberus
that's
is the trump card,
right.
and somebody has to walk Cerberus.
And I can choose a card, even ones that isn't revealed or that I have no
Right.
information about, right? Okay.
And that's just a step, again, that the shift leader does. They choose which person is going to take Cerberus.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna say. Okay. I'm gonna say this card gets replaced.
And then there's going to be a moment where we can trade with the dead hand, but Cerberus is not allowed to be traded.
You may trade a card with the dead hand.
So the dead hand has 5 cards that you can't see.
Yeah.
And 5 mopses.
I think
I don't know what cards come out of the dead hand until everybody's decided to trade with it.
Yeah, you don't even look at it. Like, you choose the card you're going to get rid of. You put that down. You put that away face down. Like, if you couldn't see it, you still don't see it. And then, you take the card from the dead hand, but you don't look at it. Right? Do you shuffle? Wait, do you shuffle the card? You actually shuffle the card you took out of your hand into the dead hand, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And the shift leader's doing all of this because that's the shift leader's job, is to run the game.
So it becomes a little bit sort of less likely that you're getting a mops if you're later in the turn order.
Correct.
Okay.
You just don't know how less likely.
Right. Okay.
Okay. And just to make sure I got this before I pick. So the tokens that David put in front of me, you said that those do not necessarily guarantee that they're the thing.
No, those are what you have in your hand. They have to be truthful.
Okay, they do have to be truthful. Okay. Because if it wasn't truthful, that was about to be very confusing for me. All right.
You want to try to give as little information as possible is basically what Mattie was saying.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. How about...
Or make them aware of a card you hope they're aware of for your reasons, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And I still don't get to see the card that I swap with.
Correct. Not until you play it.
Okay. I'm feeling spicy. Sure. Why don't I do that? Let's just make life crazy.
Spicy. Well, let's see. If the point is to have a low score and all of these are ones, I should trade this one. There we go. Why not?
Okay, my turn. Oh, and it says I may trade.
Yeah, you
I
can
don't actually
choose not to
have
trade.
to. Okay. Interesting. I have a pretty nice low hand, it looks like. Oh, and yeah, as David said what twos I have, he has to tell me, if he chooses 2, to tell me about 2. He has to tell me all the 2s, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So one clue was here are 3 2s. One clue was here's the 1 Tom Dyer, and the other was here's a 2 Paul Grit.
Okay. Sure, I'll trade this one. Okay, and you get this little token that's like possibly mops. Okay.
Yeah.
I must
And
promise the number of shifts to work.
So this is how many tricks you think you're going to take. If you work more shifts than you promise, you get positive points. If you work less shifts than you promised, you get negative points. So it's generally better to work more than you promise, so you want to bid as low as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But if you bid too low, then you get lots of extra positive points. So
Yeah. I'm going to do 3.
And you said there's 5 tricks per round?
Tricks.
Okay. I'm gonna. And the quote unquote winner of the trick is the same in the sense that it's the highest value, right? That
highest,
part isn't.
The highest breed of dog is the
Okay.
first
Yeah.
value, and then the tiebreaker is the number.
Right. Okay. Right. In that case, I think I'll say 2.
Well, math says I should take 0, but I'm sure I'm going to screw this up, so I'm going to say 1. 1's good.
Take 0.
Ooh. Heather's not showing up for work today.
Well, that was an option? Dang it.
Should always be an option, right?
You gotta have a work-life balance,
Yes.
even in the underworld.
All right.
So whoever takes this card is going to get an extra bad point because it's Sadachi.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And if there were 2 Sadachi in the trick, it wouldn't matter.
You'd get 2 points of extra badness.
Okay. But there's no like forced to lead with suit. There's none of that going on.
Correct,
in this
because
game
you don't know what's in your hand. So
Right, of course.
it's kind of hard to follow if you don't know what you're doing.
Right.
We're doing great. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Cool. I just got this card. I don't know what it is. I should play it. Let's do it. Chaos.
Mops.
It's a pretty high card. I'll play this card. Also, mops.
So Palgrave took the trick.
Okay. I should also play this one. Yeah, sure.
Death Paw.
Oh, whoops. Jumping around. Okay. I like that the rank is right next to where the cards are coming out. That's really helpful. Because, of course, that's pretty difficult to remember.
Yeah.
And Cerberus is the trump, so Cerberus will win this trick.
Okay. So I should put out something else that won't win. I've played spades like 3 times ever. Uh-huh. Okay,
And if you
cool.
win the trick, you lead. Yeah. Like is very common with
Edit.
trick takers.
Try that one.
I've made a horrible mistake.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the part of the trick-taking game where I remember how trick-taking works. And
Oh my god, I got
Right.
one.
so the little like fire that's on even more fire next to my name
That means you're risking being fired because you're
really
short.
bad, right? Yeah, that's good.
And then the skull on my name is like you're risking getting promoted and ending up living in the underworld for the rest of your life, right?
Correct.
Oh, you're doing too good. Gotcha.
Right.
Doing too good is still better than doing the worst. Am I
Generally.
correct in that? Okay. You want to land in the middle.
Yeah. So now when you guys take your bids, you're trying to figure out how to get back to 0.
Oh god.
So you want to overbid and underpromise, or underbid and overpromise.
All right. So now it's my turn to choose the extra bad dog.
Kitty.
Kitty's so mad.
All the cats are acting up tonight.
It's because we're playing with all these heckin' hounds right
I know.
now.
They hate
They're
it.
super mad about it.
Is the cat we hear yours, Amanda?
Nope. They're both one sleeping there and one sleeping beyond this bookcase.
That's probably my cat. Actually, he's upstairs
Oh.
yelling for attention.
Oh wow, we don't see, but we hear that cat.
Let
Oh,
him
yes.
come down.
Very.
Mine
vocal.
is not with me right now, so we'll see if she decides to
All
make an
right.
appearance eventually.
I'm gonna say Tom Dyer is the extra bad dog. Okay, so I click an individual person's hand, and I can reveal one specific type of information up 3 different times per player.
Correct.
Okay.
Now my cat wants attention.
Yay. This is actually kitty hour, not Protospiel time.
Yeah.
It's always kitty hour.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. Heckin', yeah, no, so this is the part of the game where I realize that I'm the worst at playing trick-taking games, but that means that I'm going to be super good at this one because you're supposed to lose the tricks, right? Right. Yes. Okay, cool. Cool. So you're saying there's a chance.
Amanda,
You want to lose the tricks when you want to lose the tricks, right?
Were you on the Twin Palms stream, Amanda?
Twin Palms.
No, I think that was just us and Ashley and Danny that week.
Okay. Yes, I think you're right.
Right, yeah, that was the one time that I had to miss. Yeah.
That was... I wouldn't say that was like a sweeping victory for me. Also a trick-taking game. Sort of really dropped the ball on that one.
That was our first ever stream.
That might have been the first one, yeah.
And I actually don't remember what happened now.
It's just a catastrophic loss.
For you?
Devastating.
Oh, Danny just barely beat me. I feel like I remember we were talking about how he's sly.
Yeah, he's a little shark.
All right. Who wants the Cerberus card?
Oh, I thought we were waiting on me again. I'm really glad. The thing I do love about Board Game Arena is that it says whose turn it is up at top. So I'm always very aware if we're waiting on me because that's usually the deal.
And it's really trustworthy when it says whose turn it is too. Like in other things, you have to say done with your turn. But like you do a thing and then it's like, yep, you're done with your turn.
You are done now.
How do I click on the name? There we go.
There we go.
I was like clicking on David's cards, but nothing was happening. There we go.
Now, so I have to choose a card to replace with Cerberus. It doesn't have to be the one that Yeah, okay. So I know exactly what one of them is, but I could pick any of them. Cool.
Yes.
Cool. It's gonna be this one.
And in the real game, Cerberus is double-sided, so everybody knows where.
Everybody knows who has it. But
Okay.
smart.
One of the cool things about the BGA implementation is that
Mm.
when you get both pieces of information about a card, it flips it face up because now
Yeah,
everybody knows that.
Yeah.
That's not something that
the
works in real life. So
right.
it's kind of a neat trick of digital playtest.
Who did the BGA adaptation, Mattie? Was it someone from the publisher, or did they hire someone?
Just somebody. A couple years ago, before I even got picked up by a publisher, I had intended to do a BGA implementation myself, or at least attempt to learn it. And I gave the license for the prototype version to BGA, and then a couple years later, I get a message: "Hey, this game looks fun. I want to make it in BGA. Is the license still valid?"
Great.
So I was like, "Yeah, let me talk to my publisher," and we came to an agreement, and a few months later, we had it up on BGA.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, it sounds like if you want your game to be on BGA, just get the publisher to give them the license. There's no harm in doing that, right? That's the first step.
And then somebody will pick it up eventually if it spikes their interest.
Okay, so to get to 0, I promise 1 and take none, or something like that, right? If I am 1 ahead of 0,
if
right?
you're 1 ahead, you want to take 1 less than you promise. So you want to underwork what you promise.
Okay, why am I struggling to find the button where
It should be at the top, yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm just not quite. Wait, I did this before and it was easy. Why don't I see it this time?
Green circles.
The green circle. Oh, they're right here. I don't know why. Sorry. Thank you.
How many shifts will I promise? I mean, who even knows? I'm gonna go with 1.
All right, and I lead.
Who can say for sure?
So, Mattie, I have a question for you. The idea for this with the shift working and things like that, my sister-in-law does the overnight dog watching thing and the let's do that one. The dog watching, all of that stuff. Is that a kind of a derivation of an experience like that, or how did you decide to walk dogs in hell?
My publisher actually came up with that idea. Originally, It was just walking dogs, and it was fairly generic in that regard. But my publisher wanted to make it more interesting, kind of punch up the theme a little bit, and came up with the idea for them to be we needed a reason for why you didn't want to walk these dogs. So we came up with that they were all hellhounds in the underworld. And which of course meant Cerberus had to be in the game because he's the most famous hellhound.
Wait, why did I not win that trick?
Tell me again what you played.
I played a 5.
A 5 what?
The breed is what wins the trick.
Yep. Yep. So the little hound, Heckin hound tracker on the left is like the hierarchy.
This might be my failure. You care more about what the dog is than its rank.
Yeah, okay. That's making sense now.
I'm scared.
And how do you know which one you're trying to... Because that's not the one that matches has the little +1. That was not a Tom Dyer that won it. So how was the...
Well, I had played a Deathpaw, which is the highest rank. The most upsetting dog. I had to walk Deathpaw. Deathpaw is such a pain. But I actually kind of think of the cards as they're all Deathpaw.
They're ranked in terms of the... Got it. Okay.
That is Katie's dog, Deathpaw. And I walked Deathpaw today, and Deathpaw was on a scale of how bad Deathpaw can be, Deathpaw was a 2 for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
exactly.
Got it. No, I think I was I was looking in the wrong place.
And then Tom Dyer is that's going to be the tiebreaker thing, taking a lot of Tom Dyer
Right.
is bad
Okay.
for you only if you end up tied at the end of the game.
No,
Which I'm
that
assuming
all-
is there
that
'cause
all
ties
makes
are common.
sense.
Yeah,
Right.
ties are fairly common, and we needed a way to like. It adds a little bit more player interaction. When we
So,
came up
yeah.
with the Tom Dyer, my friends called it the bomb because you're bombing a trick.
Nice.
And so, like, yeah, I'm again walking Deathpaw. Deathpaw is like,
Unless somebody plays the Cerberus.
yeah,
Right.
but it's Deathpaw.
Yeah,
on
so there a bigger
Deathpaw's
Death
easiest
Paw
day.
could be played. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what this card is, so that's the one. That's the winner.
Ooh.
Oh my god!
Oh.
Worked!
Then
Sweep.
you walked Deathpaw after me, and Deathpaw was even more annoying.
Yeah, it's like I already been on a walk. Why are you taking me on this? Done. There's an evil Molly for ya. Evil Molly. That's cute. What is this button? Oh, I see.
Okay.
Wow.
Huh. So, on his easiest day, Tom Dyer is worse than Evil Molly, and especially so since he was chosen as the baddest dog aside from Cerberus. Is that? Did I pick that up right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Doing good. I will catch up eventually. Somewhere around, you said like 4 rounds? Yeah, it'll be around 4 rounds.
Yeah, 4 rounds. So we're about halfway through.
Cool. Let's see.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That was lucky.
Oof.
Oh, and it just decides for us. Okay.
Yeah, it has a I forget the term for it. It's like tram or something, where the last card played is mine, or
Okay.
the rest are mine. That's what it is. Where the game knows that whoever's
Yeah.
leading is going to win all the rest of the tricks.
And then, and again, another thing that's really nice about BGA is it just cleans things up for you, makes things go fast. Okay. So I
Okay.
managed to take one less than
Yeah.
I wanted to, and everybody else is.
Ooh, yeah, I got
Everybody's
hurt
on
pretty hard
fire.
that round.
That's interesting. Oh, just based on what they promised to do, I guess. Yeah, thought
Yeah.
they'd take more than they would. Okay.
Yeah, I overbid by 2, which is pretty bad.
So while I'm looking at this, choosing the extra bad dog, I'm sure there's some sort of strategy to this.
Yeah. What I kind of use is based on what cards are out, and also whose hand the dogs are in. So, like, I'm trying to figure out how to say this without giving away people's entire hands.
Yeah, no,
If
that's
somebody
totally fine.
has a hand full of one particular dog, and you want somebody else to take those tricks, you might bid for that make that dog the extra bad dog.
Okay, cool.
So when you're trying to think of who you hope takes the tricks, it's just like people who you're closely tied, like close with. I
Yeah.
guess. And how do you even think through like you're not going to end up taking those extra bad dogs?
You might. It's
Okay, so there's
Going
not
off of
much.
hunches.
Like, but as the shift leader, you can see all the cards, right? Oh.
Yeah.
Our songs are back.
Just some
The tunes.
royalty-free beats.
Love it.
Oh, weren't they already playing?
I don't think so.
No, they kind of shut off.
Oh,
were just-
okay.
Chilling. Let's see. So this.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah. Can the chat hit us with a hydrate? I got
I think it is something, if you're with us, Zoe, that you can spend your Spielbucks for. It's in there. It's in the menu of things that you can do. And also, it's so hard. I'm trying to get used to how to watch for things that happen in Twitch proper. Yes, okay. Yes. Brandon Vion Scump. That's quite a mouthful.
Baron
Your
von Scrump.
Did we get it?
Baron von Scrump. Oh, somebody was just telling me who they are. I think I should know who you are. But yes, hit us with a couple of high rates.
So check this out. Everybody watch the stream. Bam!
The mustard water.
I love it.
So awful.
Well,
That's
okay.
amazing.
Now I feel like we need to let everybody in on this because no one but us heard this, right?
Oh, please don't ruin their nights.
Oh no, we've talked about
Don't
the
make them
mustard water
regret this.
before. It's been an ongoing thing.
I
didn't even
remember.
realize that David's water bottle was yellow until I think it was either Danny or Ashley pointed it out.
Right.
I think what I really need to do is get like the nozzle thing for the top of it, so
Oh,
it like
yeah.
truly.
Yes, please. Oh my god, yes.
Do it.
And it looks like now it needs a little face added to it as well
Yeah.
to match the flare.
I'm really bad at giving clues. This is distressing. I just gotta go through. Just keep clicking. Just keep doing.
Just
Do the
keep,
thing.
just keep clicking.
No. Okay.
So, Mattie, I'm curious. So when you're passing these tokens to other players to give them their clues, like, are the cards like still being held in their hands, and then are you just kind of positioning the tokens?
I don't have my prototype right next to me, unfortunately. But there's a card stand. You put the cards in, and you can put the tokens in front of the card stand. So when you are playing and looking at your own cards, you can kind of look over the card stand without seeing what cards are in.
Gotcha. Nice.
And then you also don't have to worry about like setting the hand down to take a drink or whatever, and like messing up what order everything's in.
So what
I
you're
love
saying
that.
is when you take a massive hit of your mustard water, everything is
Exactly.
everything's nice and tidy.
Now we need another button, David. That is Tanner like cringing with all his body every time anybody mentions the mustard water. It's like the grossest thing.
We just
ever.
need the emote of me just like
Just, oh my god, please no. Please no.
Stop! This is torturing me. Okay, I have to. Oh, I've been given Cerberus. Okay, and the extra bad dog is Palgrave.
Yeah, my favorite thing to do with the extra bad dog is to clue in who the extra bad dog is, and then give all my clues about the extra bad dog, which just breeds chaos throughout the round.
Interesting.
Mops is a fun extra bad dog to pick too, because that makes that incentivizes pulling cards out of the dead hand, so you can get a mops, so you can give people
tons of those bad tiebreaker points.
Heck.
But some people don't like to get the extra bad dog. It's kind of up in the air.
I really enjoy hanging out with smart people. It's a great time. Just really recognize all of my weaknesses. I'm like, whoa, that level of planning.
I've done a lot, so I've gone kind of deep into the meta game in my groups.
Love it.
That doesn't mean I'm good at it. It's just
Well, and of course, as you're thinking about all the decisions for a game, and all of the strategies get pointed out to you and everything when you play test it with people, I'm sure too.
But it also becomes very much one of the cool things about the game is it becomes very much about the ability to disrupt the shift leader's plans. Because the shift leader knows everything, so they're telling you these clues generally for a reason. They're picking the extra bad dog generally for a reason.
I was
So you're
supposed to have a
trying-
Okay, go on. Keep going. Tell me what I was supposed to be doing.
I guess when I've play tested this, I've only played this once as a prototype, but it was already Heckin' Hounds when I played it. It was like after the first time it came to Protospiel Online. At that time, it was just Walking Doggos, I think is what you called it.
Yep.
Cute.
But I have to promise.
Hey, it's the green dots at the top.
You're guaranteed one
That's right.
trick.
That's
as a
right. That's right.
Cerberus.
That's right.
Got you.
Thank you. Yeah, but when I was the shift leader, when I play tested it, I just tried to give the littlest information possible.
Yeah, and that's a great strategy. That's the early strategy of the game if you're not trying to like
Meta game it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't screw up that bad then. Let me try this. Let's see what happens with that.
I love the Sudachi art so much. That's probably my favorite art of all the dogs.
The story is that Sudachi has a twin dog, and it's really concerned about how great of a life that dog is living on social media. Is that why Sudachi is like
Essentially, so Sudachi
holding a phone
is
and looking worried?
The Doge meme dog, the WoW so
Yeah.
that dog
What?
is named Kabasu, and Kabasu is a Japanese fruit. Sudachi is also a Japanese fruit. It's the cousin fruit of Kabasu.
Oh, okay.
So
Got
Sudachi
it.
is envious of
That's
their
amazing.
cousin, who is my publisher went like all in on the theme. It was amazing.
Well,
So
is
cool.
Incredible.
can you find us? Like, I don't know this meme that you're speaking of, so
Heather, do not spend any time on the
Yeah.
internet.
no, very purposefully. I don't. Unless I don't.
Much
So-
wow.
For better and for
I
worse.
feel like everybody
Right.
else, there might be some people watching along that have no idea what you're talking about. It would be nice to show it.
No,
on the
I don't. That can't possibly
Maybe-
be true.
Literally.
screen. Maybe I have seen it, and just the way you're describing it is not ringing a bell. But
It's the cute sheep that has like the bad
It has
grammar.
this qual-
that,
I linked you in Discord. It's
no, I haven't seen this one.
it's always like, wow, so something.
Right.
so drama, much wow. Yeah.
Okay, well, give me just a second. I'm a little bit distracted, but let me just save the image and I can put it in the stream. I guess everybody else like, I don't need to see
everybody
it.
in the
Heather.
stream.
I've seen this a million times, but
Let us know if you-
It's like
If you're familiar with the
It's
the meme
basically
from 10
like
years
the
ago.
wallpaper of the internet from 10
Yeah.
years ago.
uh-huh. That'd be like saying I've never
Oh,
seen an
boy.
awkward penguin meme, or I've never seen a. Never mind. I'm just gonna start listing stuff, and you'll be like, "Wait, what?"
I haven't heard of that
Have not
either.
Oh my god.
And then it'll just evolve into one of me and Amanda and also
Mhm.
Ashley and Danny's hangouts. Where
Yeah.
you haven't seen that? Oh, you need to be educated. Here, let us show you that, Heather.
Can I show you?
Educated
Can I show
is
you
a
something
strong
brand
word.
new on the internet?
Can I show you my Pokemon?
Okay, so yeah, okay. This is Sudachi's cousin or twin sister or brother. I'm not really sure.
Classic. It's a classic.
Concern. What does that? Does that say
Do a
rape?
heckin' concern.
It says no.
Oh my gosh. Nope. Keep your hands away from me. Oh, there's a person's hand there too in the meme.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got it. Got it. Oh, it is waiting for me.
That's
That's
okay.
confused. Oh, it only just started to be, right? Because I
That's
could have
fine.
sworn I just saw something different in the stream. Okay.
It was apparently the
And the
top
next-
meme of 2013.
Oh,
Yeah, so it really is like 10 years ago.
Legit 10
Uh,
years ago, yeah. I mean, there's an entire Bitcoin based on the freaking
That's
thing.
all
So.
that-
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why Sudachi has a phone, because he's watching his cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, I really like that was the
Yeah.
dog you picked for the line go up, like
Mhm.
cover art that you're using. So
That's fantastic.
My next board game that I'm working on is called Line Go Up, and it's about satirical economic simulator making fun of Bitcoin.
Oh, love it.
So the whole idea is that you're buying into cryptocurrencies that are each of these dogs. It's the spiritual successor to Heckin Hounds. And you're trying to not lose money by spending money on cryptocurrencies.
Mm-hmm.
Were you at the last Protospiel,
I was.
Mattie? Okay, did you get a chance to play, oh no, names are so difficult.
Zach's game.
Zach's
Oh,
game.
the other cryptocurrency game, yeah.
No, I
Yes.
haven't played Grift yet. I keep meaning to.
Oh my god, absolutely do it, because he explained it. He's like, basically I made this game out of spite because the system is broken and I hate it. And I was like, I don't understand cryptocurrency either. I don't really want to, but we're gonna play it. It's gonna be great. And it was fun. It got the intended result. We all got really mad about it.
Wait. Okay,
I thought
so
I
Mattie,
heard a report on that game that it was more fun than it should have been, though. So
Yes, absolutely, yes.
Just point of clarification here. So I promised one, but I have successfully done two. So I'm over delivering now, and right now I'm sitting at -1. So
you've done. You don't want to win another trick.
I want to I want to like hold it here, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's not what I wanted. Okay. We'll see. We'll see what.
Well, Mops is a low card. You got a good
Low
chance
card,
of not
low
winning this
card.
trick.
that's not a big deal.
Hmm.
You're probably going to
It's
lose.
a high Mops, but it's a Mops.
Yeah.
I still love you, Mops.
There you go.
Mops is Marie Antoinette's pug, for the record.
Oh, I love that. I didn't know she had a pug. That's great.
Yeah, she famously had a pug that she wasn't allowed to take to the.
Heather!
Maybe I need you to make me a button too, David. Except I don't have a
Like a did nothing
prearranged
wrong one.
avatar. Yeah, you can just use my little house, I suppose.
We can here. We'll just throw this one up as the placeholder. But just imagine it says Heather.
Okay.
Absolutely terrible. I am very disappointed.
Okay, now I'm the shift leader, so everybody's gonna see what it's like to be the shift leader. Finally, now it would have been kind of nice if I could have chosen myself to be first. That would have helped explain what was going on, like at the beginning of the game.
I expected you to be first. It was.
And this is the last round, yeah?
Yes, this will be the last round.
Ooh, okay. I need to.
Crumbs
The shift leader
and
sees
carrots.
everything, which is a little bit of information overload.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Okay, so I'm sitting at slightly
So
dead.
you want to do
but
one more trick than
I promise. Okay. So much head math, Mattie. Come on now. You're asking so much of us.
Like I said, smart people. It's great. It's great.
Mhm.
I don't feel inadequate. You feel inadequate.
I like this. I'm having a good time.
Oh yeah, Mattie,
Now
this
that,
is
now,
great.
now that I've like
Yeah, it takes a
figured out what I
round or
was.
two to really like grasp the idea of the game, but
Mhm.
it's really fun. I literally can't stop playing it. Every time I get a chance to, I'm like, let's play Heckin Hounds.
That's good.
That's a very
Yeah.
good feeling to
It's-
have.
If
It's
I'm not
good.
sick of it yet, that's saying something because I don't play
Yeah.
a lot of
Mhm.
time.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, the information horizon and like the way you give out clues is like very, very intriguing. Like the first time I did clues, I was like, I feel like I didn't grasp it until I was finished giving the
Yeah,
clues. I was like,
yeah.
oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, I gave away way too much.
Same.
But yeah, the decision points you have there are really interesting.
For sure.
Okay, I'll make it Death Paw.
That it's one bad pupper.
Yeah, Death Paw's
Wow.
especially bad today.
Okay, and now I give out clues. Oh, right.
So for our next stream, we're just going to read through the entirety of the Know Your Meme website for Heather so that she's caught up.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous premise.
Just the Let's just catch up on the last 10 years of meme culture.
God.
Well,
Just the last year would be like a 6-hour-long stream. I mean, we might even have to go and
greatest hits.
Yeah, well, I mean, we would even have to explain the Bernie meme with the mittens.
Oh my god.
That meme.
That wasn't this year, was it?
No,
that was like 2 years ago.
2 years
right?
ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
it
no
was
way.
2 years ago,
There's
but
no
I'm just
way
saying.
the mittens were this year.
2020
Yeah.
didn't exist. It's okay.
Yeah. Well, Heather, do you know the Bernie mittens meme?
Nope. Oh, Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders wearing the
Yes.
Yes. Okay,
There we
good.
go.
Yes.
That one
Not
was
starting
great.
from the ground floor.
I had a great time with that one. Everybody had a great time with that one. It was just kind of this like it was kind of this like it joined people together. Like no matter kind of how you felt about the situation, Bernie's mood applied somehow. You know what I mean? Like it sort of brought people together that were grumpy in for different reasons, I suppose. Okay.
Okay, and I know this has been explained multiple times, but why can I see all of Tanner's cards and all of Amanda's cards?
Because all the cards are face out.
Right, but I can't see Heather's.
And because her cards are facing herself.
Right, because Heather's the
she's the
shift
shift leader.
Yes,
that's right. Right.
And you can't see your own. You know what I'm gonna do? Next time, before we play a card game, I'm gonna learn how to count cards, and it's gonna make my life so much easier.
Counting cards is difficult. I'm not good at it.
I know, right? That's what I'm feeling here.
Especially in like new card games where it's like it's not just the standard poker deck. It's like, oh
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now I am behind. I want to do one more than I promise, and so there's a good reason for me to even want Cerberus. Actually,
yeah, if you take Cerberus, you're guaranteed a trick.
Right.
Oh, you could keep it yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, dang it! I didn't even think of that. Heckin.
Yeah, I should have done that when I had the opportunity to.
And do you feel like, Mattie, basically people who get a score of 0 most commonly win this game?
Most commonly, yes. That's the goal, is to be at 0. It's less common, I've seen, especially looking at BGA, because BGA has all sorts of stats that I can look at.
That's a fun thing about it too for you, having it on there.
Yeah. So I've seen a lot of games where only the player that won is in the positive score, and they forced everybody else to be in the negatives.
Wow.
Oh, that's funny.
Interesting. And
Sounds like an overachiever. How annoying.
Well, no, it totally tracks. That's our situation right now, and I don't see a way out of this hole. So,
like, do you believe that they actually had agency over that? They made that happen, or do you think it just fell that way?
It's hard to say. It's hard to say without looking through knowing what the players intended while they're playing it. But that's the biggest problem I have with all the stats that I have now, is that I don't know how players were actually playing.
Right.
So.
Right. Did you say you could watch like replays of games? You just don't have like the audio of them like talking to each other and stuff, of course. So yeah, the intent is like the visuals are there, but the intent could be completely different than
I
what you're
mostly
thinking.
just look at like who won based on what slot they were in the player order is really helpful.
Mm-hmm.
I may trade a card with a dead hand. Okay.
That's what I would have done.
But I don't get to know that one.
Not until everybody's done it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I will find out what it is. As the shift leader, I will find out what it is. Mm-hmm. But other people won't find out what theirs are, just like I never have known.
Do I want to trade?
every time
Yeah.
it comes around to me, I'm like, yes? You don't really know what you're going to get.
Let's see. I'm looking at these other hands.
Oh, right. We're supposed to do that too.
That's so tough. All right. Sure. I'm gonna swap this one.
I'm not trading this time. I'm going to find out what all my original cards were. It's going to go great. Super great.
This is simultaneous, promising the number of shifts, right? That's not going around in turn order.
That
No,
is
it
when
does
you're
go
in
in
order.
turn order.
It does.
Turn
It's
order.
waiting for me to decide before to let you choose.
Because
Interesting.
Yes.
what someone else bids
I
could
see.
influence what you bid.
So
Yeah,
if
that makes
you
sense.
bid 5 and you say I'm going to take all the tricks, then somebody else is going to be like, well, I'm going to bid 0 because, or they
Yeah.
might bid 3 to say I'm going to try and steal 3 tricks from you.
Right. And you could, well, yeah, anyway. I want to work one more.
One
than I
more than you promised.
That's so... Okay, so can I promise to work like -4 shifts and like... I will not show up to work on purpose 4 times in a row.
You can just bid 0.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the best you can do.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that's funny because that's what I'm about to do.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Boop. Boop. Okay. Okay, boss.
Okay, we all promised 0. Uh-oh. Well,
No,
I
I
guess some
promised
people are
1.
trying to get out of the hole, though.
Yep. And that's one of the other interesting things about the strategy of this game is you're trying to figure out why they bid what they thought they're going to bid and how many they think they're going to actually take. And there's the deduction going on there too.
Oh, wait. So, remember at the beginning when I said I'm really good at losing games, and this is a game about losing? But in order to... distress. Okay, great. These are
You should have played as if you were trying to win the tricks, and then you would have won the whole game.
you know, that's a thing. That's one option.
But
I have tried that.
This game would not be... I think it would be really frustrating to play it totally straight, trying to win the tricks, because you don't know what your cards are, so... Right?
Well, I mean, it's like shoot the moon in spades or hearts or whatever. It's whatever it is. Like, that would make sense. And as long as you bet correctly, then...
Yeah, I really tried to include a shoot the moon mechanic in the game.
Heck! Somebody walk Deathpaw again. Make it a bad one. Mustard water, you need a match, don't ya? Don't ya?
Ah.
I'm stuck with it.
Ouch. Okay, cool. I'm not gonna win anything else though. I'm not sure at all. Not sure at all. It's gonna be fine. There you go. Chaos. My favorite alignment is chaotic good, but I might start going a little towards chaotic evil if we keep on wandering down these pathways.
Do I play the card that I know or the one that I don't?
You should play the one. So I guess, Mattie, is there a fair bit of table talk when there is the physical version of this? Like you look around and you're like, oh hey Tanner, you should play not the card you're touching right now.
There is quite a bit of that because it gets really silly because it's like it feels so different than like the other games that have the blind hand mechanic because by being competitive, you're trying to egg other players into playing things, and somebody's like, well, I know this is a such and such, and they play it, and it's like, wait, that was not what I thought it was.
I like it.
Yes. No.
Oof.
No.
Oh no!
Okay.
I think so. That means Heather wins.
Yep.
Finally, I got you, David. I gotcha.
Yeah, it's looking close there.
I actually
Oof.
did. Okay, I played that well because I saw David had a lot of Death Paw, and that would mean David would win Death Paw if he played it. So I gave it to him
So
as
if
the
you
extra
both
bad
ended
dog
up
because he
with
was kind of
exactly
winning.
your bid,
Yeah.
you would have won over him.
Right. Yes, but it just turned out that because he had Death Paw, he did it. He was just extra awesome. Seen as extra awesome by the boss.
Yeah.
Got too many points and ended up winning or getting promoted to the underworld. So I came out ahead.
So, quick question, Mattie. So,
Yeah.
if in the scenario where I would have actually gotten sent back to 0, like say I took one more trick, and Heather and I both have the same like standing and like, okay, we're not too good, not too bad, and then we also have the same amount of extra bad dog chips. Is there another tie there, or is it just
It's just a straight tie at that point.
Okay.
A
Nice.
friendly tie of having done the least amount of work possible. Or as the game says, a game of being barely adequate.
I love that.
I should be so good at this. Dang it!
I haven't seen that comment anywhere on. Is it on the box? The real
I think
life
it's on the
box?
back of the box.
Okay, got it. Which is not really shown on BGA.
Yeah, I actually just got the final art for the box like last week.
Oh, nice.
So we're in pre-production. It's happening.
Oh, has this been black for a long time, or did that just happen?
That just happened.
Okay, good. Because I was looking at the thing I was actually playing. Then that. Thank you. Yeah, that's exciting. So when do you think it's gonna deliver, Mattie?
Sometime this year is the goal. We're a
Okay.
little bit behind schedule because of everything's a little
Everything.
behind schedule at this point.
But
But we are in pre-production. As soon as we get our pre-production copies in, we'll be able to check out the final print and then approve the manufacturing run.
Awesome.
I'm really excited.
Very excited for you and your first published game. So
It is. It's my first
congratulations
game.
on that.
Congrats. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, unless you have any like stories or advice about, like, I don't
Parting
know.
wisdom.
I guess, parting wisdom about the game or anything that you feel like you want to share with the audience before we say goodbye. I think we're all done.
Awesome.
Cool. Well,
Okay,
thank you.
well,
Like, so snappy. Like, we got done in an hour.
Yeah,
It's fast. It's a fast game.
And
And
well,
even
and
with the teach and
yeah.
and everything.
it's fun.
It's why I am a big fan of BGA. I really wish it was easier to get games on it. It's like, one thing is, I'm really happy way more games are coming onto BGA all the time. You're
Totally
seeing
agree.
that, like, there's
Yeah.
like the news stream in BGA and it's like 5 new games this week, more games. It's just that it's very difficult, right, Mattie, to build a game in this. You started working on this and didn't finish it. Is
Yeah,
that correct?
there's a lot of scripting to it, and all the games they also want all their games to be basically finished games.
Yeah.
Mhm. And
So-
so we couldn't use it for a prototype. If you're
Correct.
still thinking about what will the mechanics be, you're not even allowed to use BGA.
Yeah, they're pretty picky about what they enable on the platform.
And I mean, you have to get the public. Like, another thing I honestly like about BGA is you have to get the license from the publisher. It's not, if you see it up there on BGA,
Yeah, that
it's
means
because the publisher wants it to be there. You know
Yeah.
for sure. Which is, it just feels better to me than kind of a random, like, who put this up? The publisher? Did they get permission from the publisher? Is this totally above board and fine? Often makes me uncomfortable, but
No, it was made by Dirty Dan 2022.
Yeah.
Whoever that is.
Yeah.
well, and I'd say it really says a lot to me that Mattie says, this was challenging and I gave up because Mattie works in IT and is a
I'm a
quite
software engineer
high-tech
by trade.
person. So
It was
the
just a lot
fact
of
that it
work,
was
and I was
hard
like, I don't
for
have time for this.
Yeah, right.
They
It's
did
not
a
that you
great
can't
job with
do
it,
it,
though.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's too time consuming. So that's what's hard, is that you need to find somebody that feels okay about investing that amount of time in it for an amount of money that you can afford, right?
Mhm.
And a lot of times it's do you know if the person who did it for you got paid by BGA to build it?
As far as I know, it's all volunteer work, but I don't
Okay.
know for sure. I never asked.
Okay.
They offered to make the game, and I was like, yes, do that. Do
Right.
that.
Don't look a
Right.
gift horse in the mouth.
Right, right.
Also,
Yeah, don't make
if
them
you're
don't make them
making
question
things,
it.
Don't do stuff for free. It devalues everyone else's work.
It
It's
is
okay,
true.
though.
But thank you
Fine.
for making it. It was fun and everything.
We appreciate you a lot. Now go pay your bills and exposure.
Right, right.
I agree. It's. I have my feelings about BGA, but overall, it's one of the better platforms for actually playing games on. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
keeps
just with-
everything moving.
It'd be nice if there was somebody who was who could foot the bill for all that time, right? That people
Yeah.
are spending
Mhm.
building something really complicated and
Wait,
nice for
you-
everybody else to enjoy.
Are you referencing like a major global board game conglomerate?
Yeah.
Is that who you're referencing?
Yeah, it'd be nice if
if
they
they
got
had some
involved.
extra cash.
yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
So maybe they
Hmm.
did get paid. I
maybe.
don't know.
I wish.
I-
I don't really know how that works.
Maybe
Yeah.
just because I'm curious, maybe I'll pretend I'm trying to be one and find out if I would get paid, and then I would feel more comfortable like telling other people they should apply to do it by knowing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
It's the board game Illuminati. They took care of it. Don't worry about it. Don't talk about it.
Don't think too hard about it.
Don't talk about it. All of a sudden, just a swoosh of green lizard people, and Tanner isn't there anymore.
I feel like this might be another meme I missed, but oh well.
The Illuminati are lizard people. Didn't you know? Come on. That's just conspiracy theory 101.
Yeah, that's like the baby's first conspiracy theories. The Illuminati.
Yeah.
Then you go into the chemtrails.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh,
yeah.
uh-huh.
Flat
Once you
Earth
snort
usually
enough-
after that point.
Mhm, mhm. Yep. If you snort enough chemtrails, then flat Earth, and then giants and mountains are actually old, ancient trees, and it
Trolls
gets
all the way
real
down.
weird after that. Trolls, yeah. Hmm.
Badges are on sale for Protospiel August.
Stop talking about conspiracy theories.
That is not a conspiracy.
That is
That is a hard truth.
I'll be there.
Honestly,
it's a
true.
conspiracy
Yeah.
to get
I
you
will
to
be there
play
as
more
well.
games.
Awesome. Yes, Tanner already even has his badge. I feel like there was something else I was going to tell y'all. Oh, the next time that we're supposed to run is 2 weeks. So we're on a 2-week schedule now for Protospiel Tested. So that'll be June 2nd is the next time. And I don't know the game yet, but I do know the game for 2 weeks after that. Ooh, it's a secret though.
Oh my
now.
god.
Actually, if you go look at our calendar, you'll see what it is. But
There's a calendar?
yeah, it's in like a few places. So maybe I should say that with our last few minutes of kind of like housekeeping of how to be our follower, right? We have a calendar on our website. Let me get the link for that. That it's a really nice presentation, actually, of the calendar that's being fed in from the Google Calendar. So you can also look at the Google Calendar, but it has been kind of organized in a nice, clean, easy to see way on our website. And I will get you the link in just a second. I wasn't ready with it. No
Music
worries.
color coded, so many pretty colors.
Yes.
Love pretty
Here's the link to straight on our website, which is like a re-showing of it. But you can also add it to your Google Calendar if you want to. Either only the Protospiel Tested, or the Protospiel Tested and the Table Talk, or just the Table Talk. But then also Twitch always has. We have a
Really
schedule
hard.
in Twitch too. Like when you go to Twitch, our channel, click on schedule. I'm doing my best to put the name of the game on the Protospiel Tested as soon as I know what it is. So that, it is there, what we're going to be doing in about 4 weeks.
Look at this.
David didn't even know about this?
You probably sent me something about this.
Maybe.
I was checking it out earlier. The slanted names and the check boxes. Wow,
Whoa.
that's spicy.
So cool.
Look at this.
Oh.
Very nice.
Oh, well, that's a different thing. You're talking about so many different things. I guess, yeah. Anyway.
The truth is, Heather, is that everything you make is awesome.
Oh, thank you. I agree. I right back at you, Tanner. Oh, for sure. All right. Well, yeah, and I guess I could also say before we go, if you want to get a badge for Protospiel Online, this is the link. Hopefully I don't have a typo, and it is August 26th through 28th.
Should put that before I forget.
Yeah.
Can we start a poll for the next 2 weeks and just have people vote on whether they would prefer mustard water or ketchup water?
Or mayo water.
Yeah, I'll just turn the camera off.
I can't even deal with it. Sorry, love you.
I think maybe
No more.
help us figure out some of our emojis for subscribers on Twitch.
I know.
If you give me the art, David, I'll make them into the.
Well, I
figured out how to do it. So.
I probably should just make something new for the hydrate one, because the one that's my head I drew, but like the hydrate one I did not draw. I just grabbed that off the internet, so I should probably make a new graphic for
something that you really drew. Yeah.
Something that wasn't stolen from a stranger.
That's best practice for sure.
Yeah.
if we're using it, especially if you're just showing it on the screen, whatever. But if we're using it for one of our emojis, yeah. Either public domain or made by David.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good stuff.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Mattie. It's really fun to play your game. I'm so happy for you that you got it on BGA, not BGG.
What's on BGG too? You can't play it there.
You just can't play
it. Right.
Yet.
Just record your tremendous wins on there.
Yes. Yeah. In a way, you played it on there if you record the history.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Well, we'll see everybody else next time. Have a great week.
Bye everyone.
Bye.